How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What Version Should You Buy? I'm kind of running out of games to talk about, but this will be the last one where I talk about just one in particular. Today we're going to be taking a look at CyberPunk 2077. You guys know the series. I'm basically going to be going over both versions of the game and showing what you get included in all of them. First off, the standard edition actually is pretty good. You actually get a lot of content in just this standard version of Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, the game's case and everything already looks pretty cool, but you actually get a decent bit of stuff just for getting the game physically. However, I'm sure if you get the game digitally, you will not get some of this stuff. I know this digital content up here, like the source book, wallpapers, the art booklet, and the game soundtrack. Obviously, that's stuff that you would get digitally, so if you buy the digital version of the game, you would end up getting them. However, there are some physical stuff if you buy the game physically. We have a map of the Night City, we have postcards from Night City, obviously you would get the game case, you also get some stickers, and you get the world compendium, which I imagine is just a list of different things that are in the game so far. And it looks like you also get all the digital content. So getting the physical version compared to the digital version of the game, you actually get a lot more content for this game if you choose to get it physically. Which, hopefully by the time, September 17th will be pretty good when it comes to actually, getting content. Hopefully by then, without everything is going on, hopefully we'll be able to actually go to stores and purchase some games and things like that. But this actually looks really nice, and you get all this cool stuff just for the standard version of the game. I really like that. And for GameStop, they have an exclusive samurai medallion that you'd get in the game. Not sure if this is going to actually be doing anything for you in game or whatnot. I don't even know exactly what they plan to do for other stores and places like that. I'm not 100% sure if certain games like this might be getting delayed and whatnot. I really just don't know. But here's all the stuff that actually shows of what is included. Some of the digital goodies it says is there's wallpaper for your desktop and mobile. So it's not just for, your console. The 2020 source book, the art booklet featuring a selection of art from the game, soundtrack. We kind of get the gist here. But there's one other version, the more expensive version of the game, the collector's edition. Now, the collector's edition is $250, and it comes with all of the other content that you had just seen before, but some more stuff. And of course, it would not be a collector's edition without showing some sort of action figure or, statue or something like that. Of course, we have something like that in the collector's edition, but let's go over everything in this version. So we have the collector's edition box, but honestly, I think that's probably the coolest bit about this. Like I said, when it comes to collector's editions, make something in the collector's edition usable, something you can use every day. I think a box, something like that, isn't super usable, but you can store things in it still and store most of, the stuff from the game. Of course, you got the compendium, you have the map, you have the stickers, the postcards, blah, blah, blah. You have the game case, the sticker bomb set, which is extra, the embroidered patches, the collectible steelbook. So there's how you get the steelbook version of this game, a guide to Night City, the metal pin set, the Quadra VTech metal keychain, which is pretty dope, the hardcover art book. So I'm guessing the other one isn't a hardcover. I'm not too sure, but let's go down and actually read what all we get included. And obviously you get that little samurai medallion as well. So let's read what all we got going on here. The collector's edition box, the case with game discs. I'm not sure if you're going to get the steelbook and the standard game. I'm not too sure if you'll get both cases or not. The collectible steelbook, so I guess you get both. Just from how this is sounding, it sounds like you get both, which I really like when they do that. Kingdom Hearts 3 did that, which is really nice because I really like the art sometimes on just the standard game case, so it kind of sucks sometimes when you get the steelbook and you're not able to have that art. I really like when they give you both cases so you can have both pieces of art. It's also just really nice to have both of them. The 25 by 10 inch, 25 centimeter by 10 inch statue depicting V and the game's protagonist in action. Hardcover art book, the metal pin set, the Quadra VTech metal keychain, the annotated copy of the visitor's guide to the Night City sealed in a NCPD evidence bag. So I'm guessing that has something to do with the game, or like the cops or whatever of the game. The embroidered patches, the world compendium detailing the game's setting and lore, which is pretty cool. I think that's going to be the better things to look at, is just to look at all the lore and the art and stuff for this game, because this game, you know, CD Projekt Red, they're so good at that, and world building and doing all this different stuff. I seriously can't wait for this game. I think all that stuff is going to be amazing. The postcards from Night City, which is pretty cool too. The map, which is really dope. That's something only like, you know, games like Bethesda and like, you know, Rockstar games, they always have, you know, maps and stuff like that. I really think this is pretty dope that we're actually getting a map from CD Projekt Red too for Cyberpunk. I think that's really cool. It's something extra and it's pretty versatile when playing the game. Sticker bomb set, the soundtrack, blah blah blah. We kind of seen that stuff. So I actually want to check. So that seems to be a hard book there. Is it a hard book for this version? Art booklet. Is it right there? What does it say down here? Does it say it's a hardcover? Art booklet featuring a selected environment from the game. So those are just digital. So you actually get a physical hard copy of the art, which is pretty dope. This is pretty crazy, guys. I mean, you're already getting what I would consider to be like a deluxe edition, but it's just a standard version of the game. That's pretty dope. I mean, you're getting the art book, you're getting the map, you're getting this, that, and the other, the soundtrack, all that. Typically, when you get all kinds of stuff like that from a game, they always end up being like $80 because like it's the deluxe edition, even though it probably costs them like 10 extra bucks to put all that stuff together. It's typically just like paper and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. This actually is pretty dope. I think CD Projekt Red's really sending a little love letter with this game, and they're including a lot of content and physical content, digital content. I mean, if you're getting the game digitally for $60, you're still getting the soundtrack, the wallpapers, the art book. Like, you're still getting a lot of good stuff, even if you're not getting the game physically. So, I mean, it's still a win, even if you get the game digitally. However, physically, wow, you get so much content. I mean, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're getting 7 extra bits, or 8 if you count the stickers. 8 extra bits of content for the game. That's pretty cool. And it's still just like a normal game price. I mean, that's pretty interesting. I'm really glad CD Projekt Red really just kind of like loves the fans and sent out a little bit of a love letter, just like, hey, you get all this extra content. We're not even making you pay anything extra for it. I mean, that's pretty interesting. I hope that's not them being like, oh, this game kind of sucks. Let's give them some extra stuff. I don't think that's what it is. Just from playing The Witcher, I'm sure they took plenty of time and dedication into this game, and you can tell just from how much they really want you to get involved. They're giving you the map, they're giving you the compendium, they're giving you postcards, a soundtrack. They want you to get involved with this world. And one thing Witcher did very well is it really did sink you into the world pretty well and made you feel like you were at home, you know, and you were really immersed into this environment. And I think with all this extra stuff, they're going even further, even with the stickers. You know, you have them around in your room or whatever. They're really trying to get you involved and put you inside this world, which I think is pretty dope and really is going to enhance the experience when we get this game, you know, later in this year. I think they did a really good job with this. For $60, obviously this is a no-brainer. Even if it's digital or physical, I would go more physical so you can get the physical map and compendium and the postcards and stuff. I think physical is obviously better, but even if digital, like I said, you're still getting a pretty decent deal. However, the collector's edition for $50, let's see what all they're trying to justify, or $250, yeah. Let's see all of what they're trying to justify for the extra money we're getting here. Basically, they're trying to say that the extra bit of content in here is worth like $180, $200 basically, or I guess $190. But I'm trying to justify this, the statue, the little keychain thing there, the metal pins, some of these things, the steel book, the big case back here, and some of the other stuff, the doodads in here, the extra stickers. I'm trying to justify all of that for about $200. Now, the crate, I could see that being, you know, $10, $20 statue, $10, $20, so about, I don't know, $40, $50 with just these two alone. The keychain, metal pins, and the steelbook added on to that, you know, maybe an extra $10 or $20. I would say this would be an extra $80 value on top of the game, but it's a lot more than that. I don't personally think it's worth your money. All these collectible statues end up raising the price of collector's editions by like $100. Really, you're just trying to get this if you are trying to collect, like it says in the collector's edition. If you're just trying to get every single bit you can for this game, then yeah, maybe this is for you. But I think for the normal player, just getting the normal version of the game actually gets some good content just for that. And I can see some of that stuff being collectible. Not to mention the steelbook doesn't look entirely great. I like the spelling on there, and I like how it has like a yellow finish around the edges. I think that's pretty dope, going with the whole yellow and kind of blackish metal look you can kind of get from this cyberpunk kind of stuff. Actually looks pretty dope, but I think the steelbook's outline stuff looks good, but I can't actually tell like what art is on it. So maybe the steelbook isn't going to be amazing, but the game is probably just going to play well anyway. And like I said, you get the normal version of it, it seems like, in this edition as well, which I really like when they do that. But I don't 100% agree with the pricing for this collector's edition. Obviously, these game corporations, when they see it, they are going to put a very expensive version of the game out there just because they know some people are going to like it so much that they will buy it. And of course the hype for the game and everything and whatnot, but I don't blame them. They're doing a pretty good job with just the standard version of the game. So you know what, if there's some crazy people out there who want to spend this much money on it, you know what, not too bad. I mean, I think they deserve to have a pretty crazy version of the game. And once again, you know, this is just a picture, so I'm not 100% sure what the actual physical stuff is going to look like. It might look way better, especially these statues. You can't tell the quality of these things from a picture. You really have to be up close and see what materials they're made out of. In this box might be a big metal, you know, heavy thing that actually is sturdy and practically and, you know, usable. It might be like a $60 box if it's like a real, actually good metal container or something like that. If it's just made out of, you know, cardboard or something, then yeah, it's not worth it. But we don't really know. We'll have to see an unboxing for this. I'd really like to see an unboxing for that, just to, you know, kind of go over it and see what all is in it. But I think this is going to kind of wrap up this video for today, guys. Let me know down below if you think the $250 version is worth it, and if you think all this cool content for just the standard version of the game, let me know how you feel about that. That's pretty crazy that we're getting all of this stuff. And of course, if you like the series, drop a like. The next video, I'm going to be going over a lot of different games that are coming out in 2020, and I'm going to be going over them. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.